He is a universal hero, one of the most extraordinary people of all times. A man whose warmth, courage, and unshakable commitment to freedom has inspired millions of all ages and races all around the world. When he was 23, he defied the king and fled to Johannesburg. In that city, he confronted the ruthless system of segregation called apartheid for the first time. Under those laws, brutally enforced by South Africa's whites, blacks could not vote, move through the country without showing a passbook or own property. Injustices which angered and humiliated Mandela. Soon, he became a prominent figure in the fight to end apartheid. By the 1980s, the campaign to free Mandela had ignited at home and abroad. His long captivity had made him a legend. In the late 80s, responding to international pressure, the government opened secret negotiations with Mandela. On February 11, 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free for the first time in 27 years. It was among his country's saddest hours as the white minority resisted calls for the country's first open election. Violence erupted. Soon, South Africa stood on the brink of civil war, and Mandela was the only hope. Using the force of his moral integrity, he worked to unite his divided country, urging South Africans to seek reconciliation, not revenge.
Go back to your schools, factories, mines and communities. We are going forward.
Through it all, Nelson Mandela continued pushing for true democracy and the right to vote for all. South Africa's first ever free election would take place April 26, 1994. Nelson Mandela would run for president. Millions of people lined up across South Africa, waiting to exercise the basic right Nelson Mandela had sacrificed so much to attain. For black South Africans, including Mandela, it was the first time ever they could vote. As he cast his own ballot, Nelson Mandela told reporters it made him feel like a complete man.